Alright guys, I am here with my weekly what sold video. If you are new here, I do these videos every Friday. I'm going to let you know what I sold on the 4 platforms that I sell on, which are Depop, Mercari, Poshmark, and eBay. So hopefully this can help you with your business to see what brands and what styles are selling right now so that you can make more money for your reselling business. So if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so down below. You can click the bell next to it. That will give you notifications every time I put out a new video. I am going to start doing 3 videos a week again. For a little while, I was only doing 2 when I was busy coaching, and then I've done a vacation, but I'm going to go back to 3. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. So let's get into sales. I'm going to start off by saying this sales week was really bad. I think it was a combination of being on vacation and just right before Christmas. In my opinion, I don't think a lot of people are looking for used clothing and shoes for Christmas gifts. So I think that has definitely slowed my sales down. I was on vacation. I was still able to put out listings every day, but I was only able to put out 5 listings a day, whereas before I was doing 10 to 12. So that might have been a factor as well, but at least I still made some sales when I was not in town. So I'm really grateful for that. Before we get into this, I'm going to talk about the program that I use for my Poshmark automation, and that is PrimeLister. So PrimeLister is an automation service that you can use for your Poshmark. Let me make myself small, actually. You can use for your Poshmark business. You can do shares, relist, party shares, return follows, community shares, offers to likers, return shares, and follow new closets. Also, there are custom tasks, price updates, relists, and offers to likers. So this is showing me so far what it has done as far as my closet this morning. It is really nice. You don't ever have to worry about being on your phone or on your computer. You can do all of it from here, and it is also cloud-based, which is really nice. So you don't have to have your computer open or running in order for it to run, which is a big game changer for me. For example, when I went on vacation, I run this through my computer, but I could have my laptop closed on my flights, and everything was still running as normal. So I really like to use it. I would not do my business without it. Wasting time on Poshmark is not something that you should be doing. You should be spending more time doing research or shopping for inventory. So please consider signing up and trying PrimeLister out. You can use the coupon code, and it is down below in my description. Let me know if you have any questions on it. I love it. I would not do Poshmark without it. Okay, let's get into the sales. We are going to start with Mercari. So I had 3 sales on Mercari. I sold these Vask boots. These were a women's size 7. So Vask is a good outdoor type brand. So I will use trail, hiking, outdoor, camping, things like that. If they're waterproof, you want to put that in your title or your keywords. I'm trying to see if I can show you. It says Vask right there. It also says it down here. So you'll be able to tell. Also, the Gore-Tex is also a good keyword that you could be using for your listings. Next up is a pair of UGG men's slippers. These are the viral, popular Tasman slippers that went kind of viral last year, but they are still popular. They were a pair of men's in a size 15, and they sold for $45. They were used. They had a couple of like slight little spots, so I did sell them a little bit cheaper, but they sold really quickly, so I'm happy about that. Did you guys hear about Mercari is changing again? So right now, you know, as sellers, we don't have any fees. They're going to be back to us having fees again. So it's like, I don't know. I don't really care that much. I don't make that many sales, but I wish they would just figure something out. And then the last sale I had on, that's Grace's cat is meowing, eBay, or these Obermeyer pants. These sold for $36. Obermeyer is a ski snow brand. These were a pair of Jadens ski pants, so I knew that because it literally said it on the tag right here. So that made it really easy. This was $36 with free shipping, so not as much profit as I would like to make, but still happy to make that sale. And that was it on Mercari. So let's move on to Depop. Depop, I sold these shoes. These were a pair of New Balance shoes that sold for $42. That was my full asking price. These are a pair of suede style with the blue. New Balances have become pretty trendy. Grace, my daughter, she's 19. She just ordered a pair of mostly white ones. So be on the lookout for certain styles. I like the suede ones, and then the ones that are kind of like all white, if they're like a newer style, those can do good as well. So that was a good sale. Next up after that, I sold this coat. This was a J. Crew extra small puffer coat. This sold for $50. Had the faux fur lining, perfect winter parka in a size extra small. I already said that. I don't think it was down-filled. It did have a little spot there from 2019. So that was a good sale as well. And that's it on Depop. This might be a fairly short video. Let me know below, how have your sales been this past week. This is from the 13th through the 20th, I think. Or 19th, I guess. Because today, I'm not counting my sales from today. So, yeah. Let me know if your sales have been slow. Poshmark. Let's go. Poshmark, I think I sold those boots this morning, so I'm not going to count those because I do have my numbers to show you guys at the end. I sold these pair of teaks for $50. Teaks aren't doing as good as they used to, but I definitely would still pick them up if you can get them cheap. Certain styles and colorways can be more desirable, so make sure that you look yours up. These ones are a pair of just gray fabric ones. You can tell it does say teaks in here, and then you'll see the teal back and then the teal bottom like this. So $50 for those, that's great. I did get these on a clearance section at a consignment store. Next up was a North Face men's jacket. This came from a mystery box that I did through America's Thrift Supply. They contacted me through TikTok and asked me to do an unboxing, and they would send me a box. So I opened it, and it was, I mean, they're not going to be watching this, plus I don't care if they would. I would not buy that for my reselling business. I just did a video because they offered me free inventory. I mean, I sold this for $35 really fast. It was a North Face men's Windwall jacket, but they sent me 5 pieces that was supposed to be premium outdoor, and they advertised it as like North Face and Patagonia. But one of the North Face items I got was a girl's coat, which, I mean, it might do okay. I got this. You can go on my TikTok and watch it if you want. Another North Face, one of those fuzzy like Osito jackets, which I feel like are just extremely oversaturated. A men's Columbia coat, which I would never pick up, and then a Patagonia women's, but it wasn't like a trendy one. So, and I think when I broke it down for how much they normally charge for that, it would be $13 a piece. And I'm like, no, I would never pay $13 a piece for any of this. So anyway, this was free to me, which is great. $35. Yay for that. Next up, I sold these Viore men's pants. These were a size 36. These were called the Meta pants. I did put golf in the keywords because I feel like they were kind of a preppy golf or like a business casual. These were in the women's section at a Goodwill, and I ended up just selling them myself. Another men's item, this was a Polo Ralph Lauren sweatshirt. This was in a size extra large pullover, classic gray sweatshirt with the pony logo on the chest. So decent sale there. I would have liked to got more. Next up was a J. Crew coat. This sold for $48, so that's great. It was a size 4, and it was a wool blend. So the wool blend will do good in the fall winter. This was also 10 years old, but some of the J. Crew coats and blazers can do well even if they're old because they're just good classic styles. So that was a nice sale there on that coat. I sold these Reformation skirt for $48. I have had this for a little while. I think I originally had it listed for around $100 based on comps, but it has been sitting. So I'm glad with the $48. It did have a crossover waist. And Reformation is a good brand to be on the lookout for. Not everything sells great from them, so make sure you do your research. But I was pretty happy about that sale. Next up, I did sell another J. Crew coat. This one only sold for $25. What I found out about this one, I think, is that it was supposed to have a fur hood that was missing. This was in a size extra small. It was 100% wool. So, not the greatest, but I guess, oh well. I sold this Title IX dress for $33. This was in a size 10. This was a women's blue sleeveless dress. Title IX is an outdoor type brand, and the logo looks like this with the 9 different dots. Not everything from Title IX does well, so check your style number, which is right under here. You can see this is also from 2023, so a very new piece. I think that did help it to sell better. I sold this, no I didn't have that Peruvian Connection sweater. Luckily my daughter Grace shipped for me while I was on vacation, so that was really nice. I sold these Can jeans for $12. These were in a size 34. They were a pair of black high-rise stretch skinny. Nothing to talk about. I would not recommend. Let's get off of that. I do like to show you guys all my sales, even my bad ones. Next up was a pair of Blondo boots. These were a women's size 9. These were a sock boot style. So sock boots, kind of when they have this part up here, that's kind of like a fabric-y sock material. So you can put that in your keywords. Waterproof suede boots. These are a good classic style. So $34 on those. So pretty good sale there. And then I sold another pair of boots that sold for even more, for $70. These were a pair of Freebird by Steven. I love selling these. I actually just found another pair. So this is like 3 or 4 pairs in like a couple of months, which I'm really excited about. These ones were in the men's section at my local thrift world. They were marked at $15, but I was definitely okay paying that. These sold for $70. So they kind of had this worn, brushed look, but that's how they were supposed to be. So you can see inside here, it says Freebird. So that's what the logo looks like. And then it's usually in the bottom as well. You can kind of see it here in the top. So definitely be on the lookout for Freebird boots. They can make you some pretty good money. I did have a pair of mules once and they didn't do as well. I sold this Peruvian Connection coat for $50. This was a women's size 4. It was a cashmere wool blend and it was belted. So really cool style there. This came from the time where I was finding a bunch of Peruvian Connection at my local thrift stores. I sold the dress for $28. This was in a size extra small, black Pima cotton, long sleeve dress. The larger sizes and the printed patterns seem to do better than the solid colors, at least with the ones that I found. Next up are these redone jeans that only sold for $10, so pretty sad. I don't know. They were I think they were skinny. And they had some kind of weird little marks in the bottom of them. And right there, why did I get these? They look like they were also a sample pair. So they said they were the loose straight, but that didn't look loose to me. Maybe that's why. So, bad buy on me. I don't think I would pick up redone jeans much anymore. Next up is a vintage Y2K skirt from Faded Glory. This was new with tags dead stock. And I have heard of some vintage Faded Glory that can still do good, but this one only sold for $15. I have had it for a long time, so I was glad to get that moving. Next up were a pair of Born boots. These sold for $33, so that's pretty good. They were a pair of size 8, kind of with a faux fur shearling lined, very cute, wintry pair of boots, so I would pick those up again. And let's see if that's it, because that is in the 13th. A North Face jacket. No, that's the 12th. Okay. So last we will go to eBay. We will go down to the ones starting on the 19th. I sold these Aquatalia boots really, really fast. I was debating on these because the last couple of times I've had Aquatalia boots, they have not been selling fast for me. Let me know if you've sold them recently and how quickly they're selling for you. These ones, however, sold in a day for $40. They were a pair of size 9 suede boots, blue with the block heel, and they were in pretty good condition. So I was excited about that. Next up, I sold these Tony Lama boots, also in a day. I got these from Plato's Closet for $14. These were a pair of men's size 9 snakeskin boots. The buyer did ask me if they were authentic snakeskin. I told him I based that title description based off of the style number and what Google pulled up. So those sold for $75, I think. Yeah, $75. So Tony Lama, snakeskin. Anytime you can find cowboy boots with snakeskin, reptile skin, crocodile, stuff like that, that'll do better. Next up was a new with tag Zara sweater that sold for $32 with a coupon. It did have brunette on it, so I thought it was kind of cute. Did sit for a little while. So I don't know. I don't usually pick up very much Zara. I was just trying that out. Next up was a Tommy Bahama sweater that sold for $31 on promoted listings. This was a new with tags size medium cashmere tunic. I did have this priced higher. I've probably had this for at least 6 months, so glad to see that go. I sold this BCBG Max Azria white sequin dress for $24. Thinking maybe somebody got this for New Year's Eve, so very cute, very festive, not the best profit. Next up was a Patagonia coat that sold for $55. This one did have a couple of little spots on it, but it was a down puffer. And I think just being the down puffer and being the name brand of Patagonia, it still held its value pretty good, so that was nice. I sold this North Face coat for $41. This was a black and gold puffer coat with this like crackle effect. And that came out in 2018. Next up were a pair of Free People jeans that sold for $18. These are a pair of high-rise flares, and even though they're a great style, they still did not do good. So I have a really hard time selling Free People jeans. Let me know about you guys. Next up is a pair of men's Chaco sandals that sold for $15.75. These I've had for a long time. They were a size 11. I feel like Chaco is very oversaturated. Even the like really classic styles I don't seem to do as good with anymore. I sold this Lululemon Swiftly Tech for $20. I did have to sell this cheaper because I had a stain on it that I could not get out in the wash, and I didn't notice it until I got home. So that was a cheaper sale. Next up was a Marmot sweatshirt. This is an outdoor brand, size medium, black, kind of like fleece lined. $28 on that. That was okay. Not as much as I wanted to. Plus, they did use a 20% coupon. This is a pair of Beyond Yoga leggings that sold for $8.75. You can see that they were on a 75% off sale, which means I've had them for at least 9 months. These are a pair of like faux leather leggings, and Beyond Yoga for the most part does not do that well for me anymore. Next up was a pair of Madewell boots that sold for $55 with a coupon. These were a women's size 9. They were the Bradley Chelsea boot. So really cute style, very classic. If these were my size, I might have kept them because they could be cute, although I just wear athletic clothes most of the time. And then the last sale is an amazing one. We sold a pair of Christian Louis Vuitton heels for $300 with a coupon. I paid $90 for these at a local consignment store. They were brown leather round toe Louis Vuitton heels. So really, really excited on these. That was an amazing sale, and let's get into the numbers. Even though they're going to be really sad, I still have to figure out. Somebody told me once in a video, and I didn't write it down, and I forgot it. How I can keep myself in the video the whole time. I need to figure that out. Okay, so Depop, $86.64 for the week. This is after cost of goods and after fees are taken out. Mercari, I made $47.96. eBay, $340.02, and Poshmark, $340.58. Yeah, that's pretty sad, and I just realized I did not add all those numbers together. So let me do that really quick so that I can tell you my total. But I am still grateful for the money that I did make, because I was at Disney all week and I earned all of this money while I was at Disney World, so I can't complain about that. The total profit for the week was $815.20. Obviously, very low, not where I want to be, but kind of expected. After Christmas, I think things will pick up. So let me know down below how your sales have been. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you for your support. Please like, comment, and share this video. And I will see you guys on Sunday with a Thrift With Me video. So come back for that. Have a great day. Bye.